Hi, my name is Yona. I'm the after-school leader at Field Teen Center, and today I'm going to be talking about the Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons, in which a trans boy weighs the pros and cons of passing as a cis boy. I read it as an audiobook on Libby. When Spencer came out at his old school, he was bullied, had a bad time, so he's finally getting to start fresh at a new school, the most progressive school in Ohio. And he's decided, together with his parents, that this time nobody is going to know that he's trans because it's safer that way and will save him a lot of trouble. However, he immediately starts to run into some trouble with that because he so badly wants to be part of a soccer team because he loves soccer and he loves being part of a team. And of course, he wants to be on the boys' team. Unfortunately, his parents, although they are supportive, really worry about him and they ask him to wait and just be on an intramural team instead of a boys' team because it kind of puts him at risk. But he doesn't want to wait, in part because he loves the sport and in part because he's falling in love with another boy, Justice, who is on the team. So he goes behind his parents' back to join the team. And that's kind of the least of his troubles because it turns out there is an outdated rule in the league where they look at the players' birth certificates and not their declared gender, and they see the letter F on his birth certificate and they say that he's not allowed to play. So he's put in the position of having to choose between just sitting on the bench the whole rest of the season or coming out to everyone, including Justice. And it's a pretty tough decision. Something I appreciated about this story is that although it is primarily about a gay trans boy and a gay cis boy, there is also a major side character who's non-binary, and the story explores that and is very explicitly supportive of that identity as well. So that's nice to see. I also really enjoyed Spencer's best friend, who is also a trans boy, but he's basically a local rock star. He's in a band and is a big deal for the queer community in this story. So that was really fun to see. And then in addition to all of the difficulties that Spencer is going through trying to decide if he wants to be safe or if he wants to be seen as himself, he also is kind of taking on some of Justice's issues just because he cares about him. They're spending a lot of time together as teammates, going on dates. And it turns out that Justice has a very conservative family. So not only are they not cool with him being gay, but he's not out, and they certainly wouldn't be okay with Spencer being trans. So it's an added complication. And so Spencer has to decide not only how does he want to portray himself, but does he want to continue to pursue this particular boy? You'll have to read and find out. If you're looking for other books like this, whether to decide whether or not you'll enjoy this book, or if you're looking for something else to read after, I recommend You Should See Me in a Crown. Similarly, it is about an interracial gay couple in Ohio, though that story is about two girls. This story is about two boys. But like You Should See Me in a Crown, our protagonist is Black, and his Blackness does come into the story. And it's just some nice representation because I think often, especially on TV, we're starting to see some trans characters, but they're still usually white, as if there are no Black trans kids in the world. So this story has you covered in that department. You might also like Cemetery Boys. That story is much more magical than the Passing Playbook, which is very realistic fiction. But Cemetery Boys also has a gay relationship between a trans boy and a cis boy. I thought this book was very sweet. Aiden Thomas commented on Goodreads and described this as a story that does not shy away from issues, but also will still make the reader feel loved. And I think that's really accurate. I don't think that the prose or the writing style was especially flowery or exciting, but the story was really excellent. And I thought that the writer covered a lot of nuances and just told a good story that I enjoyed, and I hope you will enjoy it as well. If you would like to get in touch with us, whether to tell us what you think about this story or to get more recommendations, you can reach out to us through Instagram or through email, and both of those are in our description box. Thanks for watching.